Hello.
Hi, Mario.
Are
How you doing?
Thanks preparing my suitcases.
I know it's the who knows? Who knows?
It's too near, Harold.
Do you guys have any buildings near the fire? Uh-oh.
I think we got an order for one of them on North Orange.
Yeah.
It's above Hollywood Boulevard.
Oh.
And then we have another one that is on Sunset and just before the freeway. Apparently, the manager thinks he was ordered
Oh.
also, but next door we have a brand new one, and
Yeah.
they don't know anything of that thing.
Oh.
But if you go out, there's smell of smoke.
I know. I was outside just now. It's terrible.
Yeah. So Anna wanted to prepare a couple of little suitcases.
You put all your gold bars.
Yeah, they don't fit, but there were the ones that fit.
I hate when that happens.
I should have bought crypto, you know.
Right. Wow. David's friend, Billy Crystal, his house was totally destroyed.
Really?
Yeah. Totally done.
Well, you see, he's going to be calling the insurance, but the going goes straight to Home Depot.
That's very true. It's so funny.
Who used to say that? What's his name? The comedian?
Jackie Mason.
Jackie Mason.
Yeah. Oh, speaking of Jackie Mason, I saw Biston on Shabbos. Aaron Biston.
Yeah.
He used to imitate Jackie Mason all the time. Remember?
Really? He's in town?
Yeah, he lives here. Yeah. I saw him on Pico on Shabbos. Hey, Walter.
Hello.
You have all the ladies at your house, Walter. That's why you're staying.
Oh my God. And everybody's getting, you're getting people calling you. Are you leaving? Are you going?
I know.
It's
not a joke. It's not that far away.
No, it's not. But I mean, I'm just to think that it's gonna jump Sunset Boulevard. We don't.
And
know.
all with thousands of buildings will go up before it hits here. I don't know.
I don't.
But there's not too many trees, really.
Right. There's no fuel. Not too much fuel.
But if you get those ambers flying onto buildings.
Yeah.
Listen, I saw somebody said that I was driving downtown this morning, down Beverly.
Yeah.
And I saw a building burning. No joke.
What?
Yeah, building was burning. Yeah, somebody didn't like probably the rental program or something in the building, an old building. The building's burning. The guy, Runyon Canyon, somebody walked in that. Ambers never came to Runyon Canyon.
Okay? Yeah, it's too far. It's too far from the other fires.
Yeah, so ambers never came, right? So what does that tell you? It tells you that somebody just started a fire.
Yeah, a lot of copycats, unfortunately. Crazy people.
Yeah, crazy people. But in the meantime, we don't have.
I mean, people are caught. My kids are caught to pack a bag, come to the house. This is crazy.
I packed.
Runyon Canyon.
I'm packed.
Sunset, Santa Monica.
Yeah.
Ernie, mach nicht also. I packed, I put my passport away, I took some things, I put away stuff. It's not a joke. Trust me, you're not a joke. Just pack. You don't know what can happen.
Yeah, but you're not going to Shmuli's house.
I don't know where I'm going, but I'm not staying if they tell you to evacuate.
Say again?
I'm not staying in the house if they tell you to evacuate.
Oh, of course. Listen, my friend Aaron Soames lived in the Brentwood, in the canyons there in Brentwood.
Yeah.
So 3 blocks to the west of him, they've issued a mandatory evacuation. My partner, Larry Palitz, is in Santa Monica on 17th. Everybody from 11th west is under mandatory evacuation, but he's not. So he's packed his car.
Yeah.
With ammunition and his bullet. You can't keep that in your house. I've got so much ammunition to blow this whole house up.
Oh, right.
You gotta take your guns and ammunition with you.
And cigars.
Yeah, but I don't think
There'll be total devastation of Los Angeles. If it got to us, the city's finished.
but where's the National Guard? Where is this resource?
What are they supposed to do?
Ask your mayor. She doesn't know anything to say.
No, seriously, they're talking about looting in Santa Monica.
Really?
Yeah, because they know that the homes have been evacuated.
Yeah. Oh, you're right. It makes sense. We have a smart president. He'll take care of it.
You mean about Biden?
Did you see the guy questioning Karen Bass?
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about.
I'm unheard of, unbelievable.
She sits there like all these people better resign, including Newsom.
Someone's got to stand up and get rid of them. They recall something.
Yeah, but they'll never do it. Now maybe all the
You
liberals.
know how many liberals who live?
Yeah,
in
when their house is burned.
Now, how many liberals who were not worried about the homeless people and all that stuff? Now we'll see what happens with them. They'll be shying gewalt. All these actors or the actresses, the singers, all these people who live over there.
Whose phone is ringing?
My phone is on singing. Yeah, okay.
Hang on. Okay. I mean, you'd think they would have gotten some containment today. They had daylight. The wind looked like it was dying down.
Early, the winds are going. They have nothing. They have no water there. They got firemen, they have no water. They can just, the only thing that they brought in these big tanks.
I'm teaching Daf Yomi. Let me call you back when I'm done. Okay, bye.
They can't, it's not a simple.
Kids are very worried.
Yeah, my kids too. Odette, she's from New York. Take everything with you, right? Where must I get a truck? Take it.
You know what? The only thing I would take is my passport. What
Yeah, I put my passport away.
my passport. What do I need here?
Your phone?
Your turba.
My money is in the bank. What do I have in the house? I have my phone with me.
Your family pictures, unless you have them digitized.
I mean, if you think about it, you'd have to think about
And
it.
a copy of your insurance policy. Because there are going to be fights and fights.
So I heard that a huge percentage of those people do not have fire insurance because
Right. The actor James Wood said his insurance company dropped him 4 months ago, and he could not get new insurance.
you can't buy fire insurance.
It's impossible.
And that's got to do with Newsom also, because if he would have made them, if he would have kicked them out of this, out of the K and made his own insurance.
Hi, George.
How is it Newsom's fault?
He's a governor. He could have forced the insurance companies to insure. You can't just do what you want to do here.
Okay. We're on Chaf Beis Amud Aleph. So we said that in the yes. I know. No. Well, if she's closer to that place than I am. Yes. No, she's closer than I am. It's my sister from New Rochelle, because her daughter-in-law called her and said, "Get Ernie out of the house. There's a fire in Runyon Canyon." I said, "Runyon Canyon is closer to my mother's house than it is here." Yes.
Okay,
I'm
guys, let's
teaching Daf Yomi right now. Okay. Chav Beis Amid Beis. Chav Beis Amid Aleph. Where did Harold go?
To make a suitcase, to prepare a suitcase.
Okay.
I don't know. Gerard called him. I don't know what happened.
Well, I'm scary. Oh, here.
Yeah,
Harold. So I
Harold,
said, where did Harold go?
Gerard's
So
in.
Mario said, you went to pack a suitcase.
No. Gerard called me. He says you can see the flames from the street. If you go outside and look up in the hills, you can see the flames.
Really?
Yeah.
Did you see him?
I didn't go outside. I'm here. But he just called me to say he can see the fire.
I can smell the fire. I don't need to go.
You don't
out.
need to see it. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Let's learn, guys.
Yeah.
And be a Yeshua for Klal Israel and for everybody in Los Angeles. Come on.
So we said that in the time of Ezra Sofer, the Hebrew alphabet, the Hebrew letters changed to what's called Ksav Ashuri, which is our letters. And there's a pasuk in Ezra, Uksava nishtaven kosav Aramis umaturgban Aramis. The word nishtaven means it was changed. Uksiv, lo kalim ksav lemikra, upishrei lohodol lamalka. We're going to learn this, God willing, in Sefer Daniel, that there was a banquet that was hosted by Belshazzar HaMelech, where he displayed the kelim of the Beis HaMikdash. And there was writing on the wall, the famous writing on the wall. And the various astrologers, magicians, wise men of the court could not understand it. This story, of course, catapulted Daniel to fame because he understood it. So it says, nobody could read the Mikra. Because of his Mishnah Torah Zos. Now, Moshe Rabbeinu was told to write this Mishnah Torah. And the Chachamim Darshan, Kosav Aroy Lishtanis, referring to an alphabet that was destined to change, which means Ksav Ashuri. And the question is, Lama Nikra Ashuris? Why is it called Assyrian? So, Sha'ala Imo and Ma'ashur. That means when Ezra came back from their Golus in Bavel, they brought this Ksav from that region, which had been conquered by Assyria. Tanya Rebbe Yomer. B'tchila b'ksav zeh. So Rebbe said something unusual. B'tchila b'ksav zeh nitna Torah Yisrael. That really, when the Torah was given, it was given in Ksav Ashuri. Then, Kivin shechatu nepach lehen leroyes. Then once they sinned, they began writing it in that Ksav Livona, which we showed pictures of yesterday. Kivin shechazru ben, what they did tshuva, chziru lahem, they were given back Ksav Ashuri. Shenemar says in Zechariah, shuvu libitzaron asirei hatikva, gam hayom magid mishnah ashiv lecha. This change of the letters, I will return to you. I will return the lettering that had been taken from you. We're going to return it to you. So it was actually a very old writing. Lama Nikra Ashuris. Another reason, because it's Me'usheres. Me'usheres means fine and straight. Me'usheres Biksav, like the nicest writing. Rav Shimon ben Elazar, Mishra ben Elazar ben Parto, Shammai Mishra ben Elazar Maidoi. Ksav zeh lo nishtana kol iker. that this is the original ksav. Shenemar vavei ha'amudim. The pillars of the Beis HaMikdash. Amudim lo nishtanu, avavim lo nishtanu. Just like the pillars haven't changed, the vavs remain in the same tzura, the same form. Hello? Hi, I'm teaching Daf Yomi now. Can I call you back? There's a pasuk in Megillas in Megillas Esther, Ve'layudim kichsavam v'chilshonam. Ma l'shonam lo nishtaneh. Just like the Hebrew language didn't change, af ksavam lo nishtaneh. So the writing didn't change either. Elamani makayim es Mishnah Torah zos l'shtei Torahs, referring to the two Torahs that a king has to write. Achas sheyotze v'nechneses imo, v'achas shemonachas lo bebeis knot. Also sheyotze v'nechneses imo, the Torah that the king takes with him and comes back, oysa sokamin kameh, makes like an amulet. V'tolu bezro, he wears it like on his arm. The idich, the other mandoma that doesn't learn that you're supposed to hold the Torah like that. Hashivi, and what does he do with the pasuk? Hashivisi Hashem lenegdi tamid my darshpe. Ahuma boyle. The Rav Chana bar Bizna. The Amar Rav Chana bar Bizna. Amar Rav Shimon Chasida. Hamispal tzarch sheyira atzmo ki'ilu shchina kenegdo. When you daven, you have to see the shchina opposite you. That's why many shuls have the words Shivisa Hashem lenegdi tami in the front by the Aron. Shenamar Shivisa Hashem lenegdi tami. Now, the Rav Shimon Shomer Ksav Zelo Nishtana, according to Rav Shimon, that the language was never, the alphabet was never changed. So what does it mean, my lo kalein ksav lemikra, that nobody knew how to read this writing? Amr Rav, because begematria ichtiv len, it was written in a numeric form. And it was written yatit idich puchgamet, which is like at bash. Right, Aleph Taf, Beis Shin Yud, references another letter in each one. My parshlahu. How did he translate it? Mana takalu parsu. That means mana lakam achuscha v'shlamtu. Hashem counted how many years your kingdom would be. He was talking about Belshazzar, and he's fulfilled it. Takil. I measured you by like a measuring weight, and I found you deficient. I will break your kingdom, give it to the Medes and to the Persians. It was a prediction which happened that night. Shmuel Amar, that it was written, Mantos Nankfi Alren, those words were put on top of each other, and then you read, so it was written this way, but then you read Mana Takal Parsin up and down. That's how Daniel figured it out. Rav Yechon Omar, just the opposite. Anam Laket Nisrafu. Rav Ashi Omar, Nama Katal Parsin. So it's machlokes exactly how they camouflage the letter. Ein roichvin al suso, you can't ride the melach's horse. It's not kovedik. Ein yoshvin al kiso, you don't sit on his throne. Ein mishtamshin b'sharvito, you don't use his scepter. Ein roino sokishu mistaper, you don't watch him taking a haircut. V'lo kashu orim, you don't look at him naked. V'lo kashu b'beis hamerchatz, and not when he's in a bathhouse. Shneimar, som tasim alecha melech shetei mos alecha. The fear of the king should be on you. 1 second.
Ernie says the only thing he's taking, Harold, the only thing he's taking is his passport. I'm just going to take my Sefer Torah with me. That's it.
I think that's a good idea.
Yeah, that's the most. That's worth more than anything in my whole house. What am I doing? It's like crazy,
It's nuts.
nuts. Who would have thought this? I mean, we're in the lowlands. We're not in the highlands around.
I thought it was just in the Palisades. All of a sudden, it's in Altadena. It's here. It's there. What's going on?
Ernie, I just told Harold we're learning about the Sefer Torah. So
Yeah.
now I have to take my Sefer Torah with me. That's the most important thing.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Well, Pasadena's near the foothills. See, that's the thing. They come from the foothills. Altadena's near the foothills. Like Las Feliz. Las Feliz is not in the lowland. Las Feliz is at risk because it's in the foothills there.
Listen, I've got a guy who I work with, a partner. He lives in there in Pasadena. He has to evacuate. Had to take you've got to go find a place for your animals too, for your pets too. I got a dog. Where am I taking the dog? To Ernie's house? But it's like serious thing, this with all the animals and everything. You have to go find a hotel that you can keep his pets. People are like, it's okay. Listen.
Amar Rav Yaakov, Amar Rav Yochanan, Avishag Hashunamit, who was the young girl that they brought to keep David HaMelech warm when he was old, Muteris l'Shlomo. Shlomo could have married her, but Vasur l'Adoniyah, but Adoniyah, who's Shlomo's brother, would be prohibited. Muteris l'Shlomo de Melech. Another Melech can live with the Melech's widow. But Umelech mishtamish b'sharvito shemelech. Another king can use the scepter of another king. But Vasur l'Adoniyah dehed yoru. Adoniyah did not have the status of a king. Now, what's the story of Avishag Mahi? T'chsiv. Ve'amelech David zaken ba bayabi. And he was cold. Nothing could warm him. Vayarmelu avodav yivakshu. They said, we got to find a nice-looking girl. Uksiv. Vayvakshu nara yafa. Uksiv nara yafa ad ma'od. Very attractive. Vatihila melech sochenes vatisharsei. She was like the nursemaid, and she serviced him. Now, Amra ninsaban. So Avishag sent to David, marry me. Amr la asirasli. I can't marry you. I already have 18 wives. I'm not allowed to go above 18. Amr le chasre leganva nafshe l'shamanakit. So she told him, when a ganif doesn't have what to steal, he turns into a peaceful person. She was hinting to him, you're not, you're probably impotent. She was like goading him. You really can't have relations anymore. And that's why you're claiming you don't want to marry somebody. So she gave him a shtoch. And of course, when you impugn a man's manhood, right? So Omer Luhu, so David immediately said, Kiri li Basheva. Call my wife Basheva. Uchsiva tavo Basheva la melech achadra. Omer Avidah Marav ba'osa shor kincha Basheva b'shloshet mapois. They had relations so that she had to bring 13 towels to clean up because they had 13 relations, one after another, to show that, he was still in the saddle. Amar Rav Shimon bar Abba, just to prove to Avishag Hashunamit that, that's not his problem. Amar Rav Shimon bar Abba borei kama kashin gerushin. Look how difficult it is to do a divorce. David HaMelech, he tir lo liyached, v'lo tir lo l'garesh. That means he could have just divorced one of his 18 wives and married her. But they allowed him to have yichud with this Avishag even without marriage, and they did not allow him to divorce his wife. Rebbe Lazar. And now we will hear some statements about divorce. Kol ha'magar she'tzishto rishona filu mizbech morid alav demos. Someone divorces his first wife, the Mizbeach cries tears. Shenemar, v'zos shenis tasu, kasos dimas Mizbach Hashem, b'chiv anaka me'ein od pnos lamincha, v'lakachas ritzon meyetchem. It's a pasuk in Malachi. Uksiv amartem alma, al ki Hashem eid ben chavei neshes nurecha, Hashem got between you and your initial wife, asher ata bagadata, by who you were traded, where there the psuki means the Jewish people sort of rebelled against God. So divorcing your first wife is not a good thing. A person's wife dies when he owes money and people ask him for money and he doesn't have money to pay. If you don't have to pay, your mishkavcha will be taken from you. It's a pasuk in Mishlei. If a man loses his first wife, it's as if the Beis Hamikdash was destroyed in his time. Shneimar, Ben Adam, I'm going to take from you the apple of your eye. B'magefa lo tispa v'lo sivke v'lo sova dimasecha. Posuk in Yecheskel, uksiva daber la'am b'boker, v'tomas ishti ba'erev. Uksiva nini mechalas mikdoshi go'anuska machmad einechem. So there's a connection between a person's wife dying and the destruction of the Beis Hamikdash. Rabbi Alexandri. Kolodem shemesa ishta b'yamav. The person who loses his wife, oilam choshech ba'ado. He has it's fenster for the oigen, right? The world becomes black. Shenemar or chashach ba'ohalo v'neiro alav yida. Oyalo represents a person's wife. Rabbi Yosef Rechanina Omar, psioisav mitzkatzroitz. His stride is shortened. Shenemar yetzru tzadei ono. Rabbi Vo Omar, atzaso nefels. He doesn't advise good anymore. Shenemar vateshlicheu atzaso. It's hard for Hashem to make shidduchim like Kriyas Yamsuf. Shenemar, Elohim Moshiv Yechidim Baisa Moitzi Asirim Bakosharos. Al Tikra Motzi Asirim like Motzi Asirim. Al Tikra Bakosharos Ela Bechi V'Shiros. Right, the Shira by the Yam. So Eini Vam Ravina Marav Arboim Yom Korim Yitzir Savlad Bas Kol Yoitzis from Eretz Bas Ploni Leploni. How could you say it's hard for Hashem to make zivugim 40 days even before the conception? A baskol comes out in Shemaim and says, this daughter will marry this guy. So, loy kasha b'zivigrishin. It's easy for the first relationship a person has. Ha b'zivig has to marry another wife, that's when it's hard. Amar Shul Bar Nachman. La kol yesh tmura chutz meishes durim. Everything can be replaced, except for the wife of your youth. Shenemar, ve'eshes neurim kisimois. Masel Rav Yudel Rav Yitzchak Brei. Einada moitze koros rechel emishta rishona. The person doesn't have, doesn't feel good. Koros ruch means he has a pleasant mind. It's from his first wife. Shenemar yima korcha baruch. You should be happy with the wife that you had when you were young. Amr lo kigon imcha, like your mother. He's told him. Eini mikri la Amr Rav Yitzchak Brei umotzani marmi maves isha shehi mitzvah v'charomim. You made a statement that when you find a woman, it's worse than death. He's also said it was the mother. It's not a steer. Miskiv takifli b'or mavra b'mila. She's strong. She gets angry, but then it goes away. So you could have in both situations. She could be marked mimaves, and he could enjoy it. Amar Shmuel bar Onya mishmod the Rav. Isha goylem he. An isha is like a kli that's not completed. Ve'ena koreses bris Elamisha Sokli. Her husband who has relations with her sort of finishes her. Shenemar ki bu alayich osayich. The one that had relations with you, he made you. Hashem tzvako shmo. Tana, ein ish meis eli ishto. When a person dies, the person who suffers the most is his wife. And ein isha misa labayla. Same thing if a wife dies, the person who suffers the most is the husband. Ein ish meis eli isha shenemar vayomes eli melech ish Naomi. It says Elimelech died, and it refers to that Naomi was the wife. And Veini Shemesa Labal Shnam Vani Bavoy Mi Padan Mesa Lai Rachel. Ein Roinoi Soy, right? The Mishnah said you can't see him naked, all the Ton Rabbanim. Melech Mistaper B'chol Yom. A king got a haircut every day. Kohen Gadol Me'erev Shabbos L'erev Shabbos. Kohen Gadol once a week. Kohen Hedyoit Echad L'Shoshim Yom. Regular Kohen every 30 days. Melech Mistaper B'chol Yom Shnever Melech B'yoyf V'techzei Necha. A melech has to always look beautiful. Kohen Gadol Me'erev Shabbos. Amar Shua Bar Nachman Amar V'yoy Yochel Hoyel Mishmaros Mischatshos, because a new family of Kohanim come in every week. So the Kohen Gadol has to greet them. Kohen Hedyoit Echad L'Shoshim Yom Shenemar V'rosham Lo Yigalechu. They shouldn't shave their head. But Upera Lo Yishalechu. They shouldn't grow their hair too long. Kasom Yichsumu Es Roshem, which the Gemara will explain later. Yoliv Pera Pera Minazir. Ksivacha Pera Lo Yishalechu. By a coin. Uksivasam Gadol Pera Seyar Roshai. By a Nazir. Malahalon Shloishim Yoim Afkan Shloishim. That means a Nazir has 30 days of hair growth. With Nanami Stam Nazir Shloishim Yom, because a regular Nazir is 30-day growth. How do you know that? Also Manolan, Amar of Masad, Amar Kra, Kadosh Yiyeh. Yiyeh, Bigimatra's close enough, is 30. Amar of Papa Labayit. Maybe Eimaloli or Buklal. Maybe the Kohen shouldn't have any. He should shave his head. Amar Lei, Iksi Lo Yishalechu Pera. Don't grow anything. Kitkamid, Hashtichsiv Upera. Lo Yishalechu. You have to have a little bit of a pera. Lavishluchi Lo Lishalchi. You can't grow it too long. Ihachi Ha'idna Nami, even after the Churban. What, maybe a Kohen should take a haircut every 30 days? No. Dumya the Yayin, the din of Yayin. When a Kohen could not drink when he was doing the Avodah, Mayan Bisman Bia was only the day when he came to the base of English. Who do Asr? Aval Shalom Bisman Bia, sure, but on other days when they were in the base of English, they could drink. Av Pruei Rosh. This din of taking a haircut every 30 days, Bisman Bia Asr. Shalom Bisman Bia Shari. But if there's no base of English, they're permitted. Now, Yain Shalom Bisman Bia Shari. Were Kohanim allowed to drink wine even on other times? Vatanya, Rabbi Omer. Omer ani Kohanim asrum lishtos yan lo'olam. Rabbi, who lived 200 years after the base of Mikdash was destroyed, said Kohanim even can't drink wine now. Aval ma e'eseh shetakanto kilkalto. The churban of the bias mixed up all the Sidrei Kahuna. Do you smell? I smell fire. You can smell the fire. It's very strong. Amar Abaye. Kaman shasi Kohanim chamra yidna karebi. The permission that Kohanim Bizman Hazeh have to drink wine because of this sheet of Rebbe. Michlad Rabbanan Asri. Comes out that the Chachamim say they shouldn't. Why? The problem is, we expect Mashiach to come any day. Then we'd have to build the Beis Hamikdash tomorrow, and then we wouldn't have proper Kohanim. So therefore, they can't drink Kohanim. They have to be ready all the time. You hear the sirens?
Uh-uh.
Yeah.
So by haircuts, you can go and take a haircut right before you go in. After denying purtav ayil, if you drink, you could take a nap and that would wake him up. Derech meal, walking a kilometer, v'shina kosher, any bout of sleep, is mefikin and sayan will get rid of the wine intoxication. V'lavit maralom rav nachman bar rav Avua lo yishanu ela shashasa kedei revius. That's only if you drank a revius. Aval yosem eklei revius kosher kain, it's going to be worth walking the derech tordas of v'shina meshkart makes it worse. Ravashi Yomer Shtuya and the machli avoda gazraba. The problem is when you do the avoda drunk, it's machalol the avoda. So there they made exer. But doing the avoda while you have longer hair, pruei rosh to lo machli avoda, lo gazraba. There the chacham didn't make exer. Meisvei. Ve'elu shebemisa. The following get misa b'dei shamayim, pruei rosh, growing your hair too long, shtusa yayin. Bishmosh tzliyan dichsiv yayin v'sheicher al teisha tov v'necha v'lo samusu. So the Torah talks about misa, elapruei rosh menolan. Where do you get this halacha that if you grow your hair too long, more than 30 days, you're going to get misa? The iskish shesuya yayin lefruei rosh. There's a hekesh between not drinking wine and growing your hair. Ksiv rosham lo yigalechu fer lo yishalechu. Ksiv v'yayin lo yishtu. Ma shesuya yayin b'misa fruei rosh b'misa. And let's learn the other way. Umino. Ma shesuya yayin demachli avoida. Just like if you drink wine and you do the avodah, you're machalalid. Afruei rosh the machli avoida. Kasha. Bleib the kasha. The halacha is that a Kohen who has too long hair does the avodah chayv mitzvah b'dei shemayim, but it's not mechalal the avodah. Omer Ravina Ravashi, hi adelo osi Cheskel man amra. But these psukim are from Yecheskel. Who gave us these halacha before Yecheskel? Now ulatamech adam Rav Chizah davar ze mutar Moshe Rabbeinu lo lamanu. Ad shebay Cheskel v'limadnu. Kol ben nechar areal leiv areal basar lo yovel midashi l'shaseni. A Kohen who's not circumcised can't do the avodah. Adelo bay Cheskel man amra. Who said that? Ela gemor gemiri. All of these halachas were halacha l'Moshe Sinai. V'asa Yecheskel v'asmachta akron. He made a pasuk. Achanami. This also gemor gemiri lo v'asa Cheskel v'asmachta akron. The chigamri halacha l'misa. The halacha was misa b'dei shemayim, but lachol avodah lo gemiri. But there was no mesor from Moshe that it's mechalal the avodah if you have too long hair. Then my kasom yiksumus rosheim. Tana kimin tisporas lulyanis. It was a special haircut. It was like what do you call those cornrows? Cornrows. My tisporas lulyanis. Amar Ramashmuel tisporta yichida. One hair is bent over to the other. Echidami. Like cornrows. Shaluas Rebbe. Is there to special coin gadol? Amarlan Tsurami to special Ben Elasha. Ben Elasha was the son-in-law of Rebbe, and he did a fancy haircut like the coin gadol. Tanya Rebbe Omer. Lol chinam pizer Ben Elasha's for no, he spent a lot of money, but not for no good reason. Kedei laharus bought his special coin gadol, so we could point to his haircut that would everyone would know what the haircut would be like. Okay. Everyone stay safe. Let's be in touch tonight if we hear anything. And tomorrow, what night is tonight? Tomorrow is 7 o'clock.
Saying the Hadron, let's finish the period, no?
Yeah, we'll finish the period, but we're still learning tomorrow.
Hadron,
Tomorrow will be at 7 o'clock.
Yeah.
7 o'clock. Mir Hashem, stay safe.